quick video guys on time skips. Now, I think the big hot top manga out there have implemented time skips very, very well. And by doing so, they have done a lot of great things. And again, first and final spoiler alert warning. First and final spoiler alert warning to all the big series out there: Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, and everything else. But long story short, time skips have been used in all of them. And why is this so effective? One, time skips allow new stuff. They allow all the old characters and all the main characters to be refreshed, looked at in at a different way, almost like new characters. And it allows a common, original of character or series as a whole to be completely looked at a new way. So you have that originality, that successful series going, because I mean, like starting a new series from scratch, it's very, very hard to actually get a strong audience because you make mistakes. And I mean, look at Akira Toriyama. After Dragon Ball Z, he's made hundreds of new manga series with not as much success compared to DBZ, not even close. And so, by using time skips, you get this sort of thing where you get to refresh the wardrobe, personalities, hairstyles, how they look, how they act, how they function, power levels. You get to change all of this while keeping intact what makes these characters interesting and keeping the whole universe intact without having to just start over a new sort of manga series. And also what it does, obviously, is people, whether you like it or not, get bored of manga. I mean, with Naruto, like I know this guy who I guess you could call my friend, but is kind of a jerk in certain ways. He kept going on and on about how it needs to come to an end. Like he kept saying, "Oh, Naruto, it should be over already. They need to wrap this up. They need to wrap this up." And quite frankly, he's one I don't like that at all. He was the guy who was always sort of stagnant in his beliefs, and he would always hide what he truly liked to others. So he wouldn't, like, he'd be saying stuff like, "Oh, no, I don't read manga, I don't do stuff." And I really hate that, because a truly confident sort of role model would do as I do and be proud of your interests, regardless of what they are. And that is what I find is what a true role model, what a true, like, awesome person would do. In my eyes, they would not hide their interests. If they like manga, if they're nerdy, whatever, what differentiates them from a loser is not the fact that they freaking, you know, do nerdy stuff. It's the fact that they are not shy about this. They are not trying to hide it. And so he was one of those guys. I mentioned that I like manga. He was like, manga sucks. A couple years later, I meet him again. "Oh yeah, I love Naruto now." And I kind of had to pry it out of him. And he's like that with a lot of other stuff too. And so I think it's really lame, okay? Man up. Anyhow, he's saying this stuff with Naruto, and you know, a lot of the audience, it's sort of a alleviation of this. You get a whole new sort of character, and a lot of people get tired, or they get sick or bored of the same sort of storyline. It's the same with TV shows, and that is why reboots happen, or that is why like the series either starts over or something new happens. People get tired of seeing the same sort of thing happening at the start of every single series, such as The Simpsons or Family Guy or Big Bang Theory. I mean, eventually they will come to an end, just like Friends did. Despite having a very, very good run, because despite the originality of it and stuff like that, people just get bored of it. I mean, they get bored of starting the episode and they're all sitting on the couch yet again. Nothing's changed, and so you get this new sort of thing where the characters have grown and they are new, and they're different, and they will always be different from here on out. And I really think that this is something unique to manga that can be implemented throughout even TV shows. Like rather than just ending the entire TV show, why not just do a sort of time skip in it where it's like, okay, this series has come to an end. Let's do a sort of time skip, give them 3 to 5 years, and then come back, see how they've grown, and sort of reboot the series. And on top of that, in terms of manga, what this does is it allows growth of the entire universe, not just the main characters, but the villains. The villains can come back stronger, and things could have changed throughout the universe in the entire world, and you get a fresh new perspective. And on top of that, it's sort of like a hiatus for the creator. He gets to reboot the series and do some new stuff and progress from there, because a lot of times with this sort of stagnation and what a lot of manga series do is, you got the main character, he goes through an arc, he comes out stronger, and that cycle repeats. With this sort of time skip, you don't have to do that. You can just ignore all that, and then just say 5 years later, and all the people are a lot stronger, and then the sky is the limit. So I really like time skips, and they have been implemented in the big manga already. Bleach, One Piece, Naruto. Bleach, a lot of people don't notice, but it was the moment after they defeated Aizen. Spoiler alert. After that, there was a time skip. I believe it was like 2 years or something like that. And so I'm hoping to see other time skips. And the thing is, I've been watching the big manga, but I'm very curious to see what kind of will surface up with these new sort of grassroots, fresh manga series that are coming out, Toriko. And at the moment, I don't think something like Toriko is old enough to warrant a time skip, but it will happen. And so I really think as a time skip as a whole, it's these sort of things that sort of really help the series along, and they should be implemented throughout. And it's happened even in Fairy Tail, and I thought it was spectacular. Why? Because they come back into this universe with all these new sort of things, new sort of powers, abilities, higher power levels, and they sort of sweep the whole universe by storm. And on top of that, it's just a great sort of cliffhanger. You see them all in some sort of cliffhanger situation right before the time skip happens, and you are very curious to see what's going to occur from there. And it really just generates a lot of oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I can't wait to see what happens. And that is why I believe in manga series, time skips are great things, and implementing them right is a necessity. And I really think that the most successful series that have been going on for hundreds of chapters really need to use a time skip. And I see a lot of older manga series that have already come to an end, which kind of never used a time skip, and because of that, they sort of dwindled down and had to end the series a lot sooner, and in a lot of ways a lot less awesome than they could have. And that's all I have to say about that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.